everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kennedy. This year I'm going to be posting every week on Sundays, so subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos. But today I'm going to be talking about some of my habits, goals, and intentions for 2021. I have some big picture goals for 2021, but they're all kind of more things that I just want to practice in my everyday life. So yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about those things. And if you're watching this and you have anything you'd like to share about your New Year's resolutions or just habits that you want to carry into the new year, please feel free to share them with me in the comments or message me. I'd love to hear it because I love talking about this kind of stuff. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I had written down was to display my goals in a more visible place so that I can look at them every day. So to do this, on the last day of December and the first day of January, I kind of worked through making a vision board. I don't know how official it is. Basically, I just went on Pinterest and took a bunch of images that I feel represent the goals that I have for 2021 or some of the goals, and then I just put them all together using Canva, or you can use any other PowerPoint or anything that you can just put pictures into, rearrange them. So I made a little collage of that, and then I actually set that as my laptop background so that every time I go on my computer I'll be able to see that so that it's just visible to me, because I feel one of the things that I really didn't do that much in 2020 was know what my goals even were, if that makes sense. I mean, I did set them at the beginning of each month, but it wasn't something that I was constantly looking at or something that was always in my mind every day. So I feel this will be more helpful just to kind of have that always as a reminder of what I'm doing. I also wrote down my goals on a whiteboard. So these are more kind of day-to-day goals, more little things taking my vitamins every day because I always forget to do that, or reading before I go to sleep instead of going on my phone. So I made categories like health goals, social goals, education goals, personal goals, professional goals, and then finance goals. And then I put my specific goals under each category so that I can kind of just have an overview, have a reminder of what I should be doing on a day-to-day basis to kind of achieve these goals throughout the year. So that is just in my room so I can constantly see it, just like my laptop background. So I'm hoping that seeing these consistently every day will kind of encourage me to keep up with what I want to do. So the second thing I want to do is to be more intentional in general. So what this means to me is basically instead of going on my phone and getting lost scrolling through TikTok for 4 hours without even knowing what I'm doing, my brain is just turned off, being intentional about the decisions I make on a day-to-day basis, making the decision that I think that my best self would make, to put it in a deep way. That's number 2. Number 3 is to be more consistent with my morning and night routines. So I feel throughout 2020, this is something I tried to work on and get better at, but I did not succeed particularly well. So I definitely want to keep working on that throughout 2021 and kind of just have healthy habits that I do in the morning and at night. So for example, in the morning, I really like listening to a podcast that's more inspirational because I feel that gives me motivation to get up and get ready and do what I need to do. And then I also need to remember to drink water in the morning. Doing my skincare every morning is also really important and something that I don't necessarily do every day. And then in the night, I also have certain habits that I want to do. I think I mentioned earlier, reading before bed is something I really want to do so that I'm not on my phone when I go to sleep. Because I feel I just get stuck in a loop of just scrolling endlessly through things, and then I don't end up going to sleep until 3 a.m., which is so not healthy. So I definitely need to stop doing that. And that's something that I've been working on as well. And then also doing little things before bed that calm me down. I want to start meditating more. I've done that a little bit in 2020, but I feel it's something that you have to practice to get really good at. And then I also want to drink a tea before bed, or a calm drink, because I feel that helps me calm down. Oh, calm drinks are this thing from Amazon. It's basically just a magnesium drink. And taking my vitamins, journaling is something I want to get more into. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. And yeah, some of these things are also written down on my whiteboard just so that I remember to do them. But then I also have this app on my phone called Routinery, which allows you to create your morning and night routine and just write it down step by step and then follow through with it so it'll like time you for each activity. That's actually really helped me because it kind of just keeps you on track, so you don't just like sit down and do nothing. You have to actually like keep going through each night routine activity or morning routine activity. So yeah, I'll link that down below if anyone's interested in downloading that, because I think it's kind of helpful, but that's just what I'm gonna be doing. And then number 4 is just kind of letting go more and focusing on only the things that I can control. I feel like in general, I'm like scared to set certain goals because I don't know how to achieve them. Like for example, getting a new car, that's something that I really want to do, but I haven't like set that as a goal for myself because I mean, I know like roughly how to achieve it. I know I just have to save up the money and get a new car, but honestly I've never bought a car on my own before, so I've never like gone through the motions of researching all of that. But I just don't set that as a goal for myself because whenever I try to think about it, I'm like, but what if I need the money for something else? What if I have like a health emergency and I need to spend like $800 going to like the doctor or something like that? I don't know. I feel like that's just like anxiety taking over basically, but I just don't set that as a goal because I'm like, I feel like I can't ensure that it's going to happen this year. Like I know it'll happen at some point in my life obviously, but I just feel like I can't make like a timeline for that to happen. So I don't set it as a goal because I just feel like there's factors outside of my control. But what I have to do is focus on doing the things that I can do, like researching how to buy a new car, looking at cars that are available in the area, like used cars, whatever. Those are steps that I can take, but then I don't take them because I'm afraid that other things will go wrong. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I just want to let go of those like fears that other things are gonna happen that I can't control and just focus on taking the steps that I can control and like getting a hold of that anxiety that I have. But that's just me, so I feel like this could manifest differently for everybody. But I think just letting go of the things that you can't control in general is something that's really healthy. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on. Number 5 is talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend. So I feel like negative self-talk is something that a lot of people struggle with. It's something that I struggle with more in I would say like more in a professional sense. Like if I'm interviewing for something, I'm always thinking in my head like, I'm not qualified for this, I'm not gonna get this role or whatever. That is not good. Clearly. It's also not necessarily true because I am qualified for a lot of things. So I feel like I just have to talk to myself like I would talk to my friend if they were interviewing for a position, for example. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, you're not qualified for this position. Like, no, of course not. So you have to just kind of encourage yourself, I feel like, in your head the way that you would encourage your friends. That was just one example, but I mean this can apply to any situation. This can apply to like your love life situation, it can apply to buying clothes, like picking out clothes that you like, self-image, all of that kind of stuff. I feel like this is such a broad category of goal, but definitely something that I want to get better at. Number 6 is something that is a very stereotypical New Year's resolution / goal / habit, and it is to set some sort of goal for how active you are. So in my case, I'm setting the goal that I want to work out at least 3 times per week. I would ideally like to work out every day, but I know that that's not necessarily something that's feasible for me with like my work schedule and everything. I feel like that's just something I have to work towards because I'm obviously not very fit right now, as I haven't been working out too much in 2020, especially with lockdown and all of that. So yeah, I just want to work out 3 times per week at the minimum, but this can look like very different things for very different people. And I feel like a good way to do this is also to start like one of the online workout challenges, especially now that we're in quarantine and can't go to like the gym really or anything like that. I've been doing a Chloe Ting challenge, which I know is basic, but there's so many of them on YouTube. Like you can just search up workout challenges and like a million videos will pop up. So yeah, I feel like I don't know, I'm not qualified to give advice on working out, but that's just what I'm going to do. 3 times per week, it's gonna happen. Number 7 is to be more okay with doing things on my own. So I feel like this kind of applies more to after quarantine is over, because obviously right now I'm doing basically everything alone because I am not going out or anything like that. But when I have the opportunity to go out again, I want to be better about like eating alone, maybe going to restaurants alone, which is something I've literally never done before, like going to the movies alone. I don't know, I just feel like I see a lot of these videos on TikTok where people just kind of enjoy their own company and like go out and do activities on their own. And that's not really something I've ever done so much, other than like going to the grocery store alone, going to the mall alone maybe. I feel like going to do an activity that is normally done with other people alone would be kind of an interesting experience. And I want to be able to have that amount of confidence to like go and do that. Because I feel like it takes confidence to go and sit at a restaurant by yourself and order food. Like, that's not something that many people do. So that is my goal. When I can go to a restaurant again or wherever else, I just want to be able to do more activities on my own instead of like staying in my room on my own, which is obviously something I am very capable of doing. Or even like traveling alone after we have the opportunity to travel again. I feel like I've heard that's very eye-opening and I've never done that really. That would be something that I would like to do as well. But I also want to travel with friends. Number 8 is to initiate plans and reach out to friends more. This is something that I suck at, especially initiating plans. I am kind of the worst at that, and I feel like quarantine has probably made me even worse at that because there's not much you can do to initiate right now. But that's something that I want to get better about. Like even just calling a friend, calling my extended family, calling my grandparents, and then reaching out to friends that I haven't talked to in a while. That's something that I want to do on a more daily / weekly basis. And even there's so many things that we can do even in quarantine. Like we can watch movies online through like Watch Party or one of those other extensions, or we can play Among Us, or we can do some sort of online like game. I don't know. There's lots of options even in quarantine. So I definitely need to get better about that, and I'm going to. Number 9 is to dress well on a daily basis. So I feel like this is something that I've kind of gotten into the habit of not doing. I've kind of gotten into the habit of wearing sweatpants all the time, not wearing makeup ever, just kind of not looking or feeling my best. So I want to get more into the habit of actually getting ready, putting on like nice professional clothes, even if I'm working from home. Because I feel like when you look your best and you're confident about how you look, the way that you present yourself to the world really changes. So I kind of want to just maintain like feeling good about myself and the way I look. And obviously there's something to be said about feeling good about yourself when you're not ready as well. Like I've definitely started feeling better about the way I look without makeup in quarantine, just because I never wear makeup. But I feel like I've gotten a little bit too comfortable with that and just like never getting ready for anything and just wearing sweatpants. So I want to get back into the habit of looking like professional and feeling professional on a day-to-day basis. Because I feel like when you feel confident, you act confident. And a lot of that is stemming from how we feel in like what we're wearing. I just want to dress how I want to dress and like wear what I want to wear to feel good about how I look. And then the very last thing, number 10, is to journal more and to feel my feelings more. Right now I've gotten to this place that whenever I feel like sad or down about anything, I kind of just try to not feel that way, and I just like distract myself. Like I'll like go on my phone, watch YouTube, watch Netflix, sometimes read if I'm being healthy about the way that I'm handling my feelings a little bit more. But that's still like kind of just, I'm not feeling how I feel. Like I'm just trying to be like, I'm not sad, I'm invested in this TV show, or I'm invested in this TikTok or whatever else. But instead of distracting myself from how I'm feeling, I kind of just want to process that emotion and just feel how I feel, because I feel like that's how you actually get through it instead of kind of suppressing everything. So I feel like journaling really helps with that. So I got this new journal for 2021. I've been writing in it every day so far, which is one day. So I mean, we'll see if I keep that up, but I intend to keep it up and I'm gonna write in it every day. I think that's something that'll take practice, but I think it'll be worth the practice to be able to actually process through my emotions more so than ignoring them. So those are the 10 habits / resolutions / goals that I'm trying to maintain throughout 2021 to kind of like glow up mentally and maybe physically if I dress better every day. So I hope that this video gave you some inspiration with your New Year's resolutions if you're doing that, or if you're just trying to maintain good habits throughout 2021. I know New Year's resolutions can get a little bit of a bad rap sometimes, but I think that you can start this anytime. It doesn't have to be on New Year's. It could be on June 29th. I don't know. It can be whenever you want it to be. I think the hardest part is just starting. Thanks so much for watching if you made it to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one next Sunday. Bye!